The topics of this podcast you're about to listen to includes cosplayers that will not just discuss said topic, but also make fun of, throw shade, run game at, etc., at anyone remotely connected to the topic at hand. So there is a possibility of being offended. Remember, you have been warned. Thank you. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Black Cosplayers podcast, episode number 21. I am one of your hosts of this show, Ranma, and with me tonight are a couple of friends who've been in the shit like me for a while, and they can tell it like it is. So please introduce yourselves, my fellow compadres.
Hello, I'm Kay again. I am also known as a Fujoshi commentary on YouTube, and I am Miss Woke. I stay woke all day, every night.
I'm glad somebody does, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, it's my turn? Okay. My name is John, also known as a Kuhndorf. I might do a cosplay page soon, and that's it.
Stay woke, man. Stay woke.
All day, every day. Alright, so tonight we're going to talk about something a little bit different. Cosplay photographers, like Cosfamous, and ways to make your trip to a convention much more enjoyable. Also, how to tell cons and how to kind of get their shit together, make the cons a little bit better too. Okay, so okay, was it you that said something about the photos in our chat
Photos. Which photos?
about that photographer?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
He was, he is the one about with the Harley cosplay?
Yeah.
Yeah. I felt like I made that joke about him, but I felt like it was just the overall, like, content of his actual cosplayers, like what he was getting shots of, such high quality, but such cringe because all of them were just hyper. If not, there were maybe one or two other ones that weren't hypersexualized.
Right.
There's just a bunch of hypersexualized, very young, borderline young looking like female cosplayers, and it's like variety. I mean, that kind of helps the business.
True.
And I don't really knock like anybody what they want to do for photography and stuff like that. It's just I feel like that at some points it's like maybe you could do a little variety, to kind of help the business. That also helps business, but it's like it seems like as cosplay becomes more and more commercialized, it's more and more hypersexualized, and it just really becomes just mindless fat material. Anything is cosplay now. You can just wear like a random lingerie and put on a matted wig and say I'm cosplaying. And it's like, if you're a beginner that's chill or you're just in the con scene, but trying to make money getting thousands of dollars from people, and having quality of cosplay out there, it's like, somebody gotta say something. Like,
True.
That's how I feel.
Yeah, you know what it is. I've been doing cosplay photography since I started going to conventions. It was more along the lines of me saying, I want to take these pictures and kind of show my friends when I come back, like, check out all these photos I got. Check this out. This is some amazing stuff. You have got to check this out. And eventually it got to the point where, you know what? I might as well just walk around and do photography and cosplay as well. And I get it. When I ask people for their pictures, some of the people, they'll pose in various ways. Sometimes the poses are nothing to do with their character, but they pose anyway. And me personally, I'm okay with that because it's their cosplay. Pose however you want. But if it's a popular series, I kind of expect, you to know that particular pose, or I will pull it up on my phone for you, or this or that. I'll even ask, you could try this and try that. As for some of the sexual posings, I get it based on the character. I won't ask for that unless we're doing a photo shoot, and even then, like, I had gone to Castle Point last year, and I stumbled across a couple of friends who were doing panty and stocking anarchy, and we did an impromptu shoot. And I was a little nervous about doing shots with panty because if you look at a lot of the photos from panty anarchy cosplayers, they're a little bit revealing. But my friend told me that she was wearing another set of panties underneath, so the ones that she had were just for the cosplay. I was like, I feel so much better now. I'm okay with taking this picture.
Yeah.
Now, I went to another convention last year, and I ran into a panty and stocking cosplayer, and we did photos. And I asked her how old she was, and I think she said she was 17, and I said, I'm not comfortable with doing some of the shots from the series. And she straight up said, I'm giving you permission. It's okay. All right, fine. And I took the pictures, and I edited them, and they came out good. And I feel better about it because the permissions and the trust back and forth. And I know there are some cosplayers, all they want to do is the sexy cosplays, the sexy photos. That's them. And there are some photographers who will only shoot for sexy pictures only. And I'm like,
It's for fame.
yeah, I mean, if you got 5 photographers, 3 will shoot anything, 2 are just strictly sexy photos only. I don't know. I mean, that one cosplayer has like that photographer has limited their options. You know.
Yeah.
Well, it's like Kay said. Look at this day cosplay nowadays. You would just want to do lingerie or
Mm-hmm.
basic cosplays. And thing is, when people don't want to do those, the photographer has.
True. True. I mean, like I said, I did like at Anime Next. I did a lingerie soldier 76 shoot,
And pose wherever.
and I was nervous as fuck about it, but my friend I did the shoot with, this is not her first rodeo, so I was rolling with the punches, and I got the hang of it, and and the photos turned out to be pretty good. I'm actually more confident in doing those types of shoots, but I feel right now I will only do those types of shoots if I already have a working repertoire with the person, or they just come to me straight up saying, I want to work with you. Fair enough.
Yeah, I feel like that the sort of I feel like everything is more hypersexualized, and it kind of leaves your your potential for cosplay to be much more than what it's been for years to kind of set back.
Mm-hmm.
And I know when I say that, I know when I used to say that earlier, like when the Yaya was really big and the Heroes of Cosplay whole thing was going, I would get a lot of hate for it. But as you go in and see it more and more, a lot of what I said before, it seems to be happening. It seems that all these, like, I was looking on Instagram, and I was looking at the cosplay hashtag on Instagram, and I was just seeing all of this just every time you look at a female cosplayer, they are in some sort of lingerie pinup.
Mm-hmm.
And they're starting as young as like 18. It's like looking at the adult industry, how a lot of adult film stars start at like 18. And it's not any substance to it or any sort of story behind cosplay, because I personally see cosplay as you're cosplaying a character that you really love, you resonate with. You don't even have to resonate with the character, but even if you cosplay and add your own twist to it, it's for a creative element, not because, oh look, I got a bikini. I should put a wig on this.
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. You know, it's like that commercialization of like the unnecessary sexualized Hardee's commercial where the model is eating the burger so super sexually, and there's no real sense to it. It's just like, let's have it. And I feel like there's definitely a place for it in the cosplay community. I just feel like let's even it out with some other stuff. Like these
Yeah.
cosplayers are whining about, oh, I get these mean comments. Oh, I get this and I get that. I get criticism. And it's like, okay. And they're like, oh, I promote cosplayers. And it's like, these cosplayers don't even promote cosplayers that are like of different types. I've only seen maybe one cosplayer who does that, and that's Yaya Han. Like, I will give her that. She actually does promote cosplayers of all around the field, males, females, hypersexualized, non-hypersexualized. She tries. But these other cosplayers who complain about, oh, I blew up fast, I did this, I did that, it's like, okay, but you could use your platform to help kind of even out the tone.
Mm-hmm.
It's like they know exactly what they're doing. It's marketing, and you making your money. That's great, but that's gonna fall one day. The cycle of marketing goes up and down, and people are gonna get fed up with the hypersexualized. All it takes is for the respect that one person everybody respects to say something to start a tipping point, and everybody will follow suit after. Right now, you getting all this. Oh, you're slut shaming. Oh, you're this and that. You're body shaming. But all it takes is for more people to be sick of this, and it falls like dominoes. And
Yeah.
then their career, what else is there left?
I've always kept joking and saying that some of these cosplayers who are doing a lot of TNA will end up on a campsite somewhere 10 years down the line trying to remember and remind themselves of their prime days and so forth, you know?
Don't even.
It's like when you watch a TV show and a popular celebrity, someone that you grew up with, actor, and you wonder what happened to them. You happen to turn on like some game show or some daytime talk show, and you see them doing a bit part of this and that, and you're like, "What happened to you? You fell off," you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I remember I had gotten into a Twitter conversation with a friend about cosplay photography. I said that, as a cosplay photographer, we should take everybody's pictures. I don't see what the problem is. And she said, no, and she only said, and I said that because she said that as a cosplay photographer, you should be a lot more, how you say, fickle and be more selective of the pictures that you take. And I felt that's kind of being discriminatory and it isn't right.
Like
But
for
but here's the
for
thing.
uh-huh.
I went to Denver Comic Con a couple of years ago, and I saw more than my fair share of Harley Quinn cosplayers. And I had said, you know what, my friend was right. I should be. I From that point on, I'm a lot more picky and selectful of the cosplayers' pictures that I take.
Uh-huh.
And if someone's gonna be offended by that, I'm sorry. That's how it is. I'm here for my enjoyment and extend that enjoyment to other people. I will take pictures of what I like. And if you don't like some of the pictures that I take, I'm sorry. But there are other photographers out there that will take pictures of other people. That's why there's always at least 50 photographers at a convention at any given time. So
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I totally see that. And I feel like yeah, be selective. If you want to take pictures of whoever you want, yeah, do that. Like that's you. It's your photography, your camera. You're
hmm
taking a picture. You own the photo. Do it. But I feel like as far as professional photography goes and like seeking out clients and things like that, like there are people like the infamous photographer of our cosplay community at the moment, where it's only sexy cosplayers.
hmm
This is my marketing, and it's like you're acknowledging the issue of yes, this is what the standard quo is, but at the same time, you're like, this is what I want to do. And if you're offended, that's your problem, which is true. But at the same time, it's like, you're not really helping your business. Because what happens when sexy cosplay isn't appealing anymore, and that's all that's on your page? Like, you gotta appeal
hmm
to everyone. Like, for example, Double Stomp Productions, they're a photography group. They do all sorts of cosplays. They do the sexy ones, they do the badass ones, they do the ones where there's a lot, the guys have more muscles, some of them are
Yeah,
just dressed up, classy. I mean, it's like everything, you get a variety.
it makes sense. Everybody's
I feel
gonna do
like
their
as
own
far
thing.
as the professional world, that is like where you should kind of have. You can still have the cosplay pictures you like of course it's your business, but at the same time kind of have in the back of your mind in case you want to from like kind of at least expand your business to have yeah maybe I should get like a few cosplays, especially if they're willing to pay you. Like I feel like that's just dumb. If someone's willing to pay you the money you ask for and you turn them down because they don't fit a certain criteria, I feel like that's like why are you in business? Like are you trying to make money?
Well, I mean, yes and no. It's that reminds me of something that was said to me when I was working at Best Buy long time ago. The saying was a premium price for a premium service.
Mhm.
And when you think about it, if this photographer is all that and then some,
Mhm.
and they want like $150 for this shoot, and and you feel they're too much money,
Mhm.
fuck it, somebody else will pay that. Now, there are some photographers that are very finicky. They have like their repertoire. They're only going to do what they're looking for, so hot and sexy, like you said.
Yeah.
Now, if that person who they feel is not that sexy, I can understand why they're not going to take their money because they know if I don't take your money, I'm going to take her money because she's going to want that shoot. So you need to take that money and go to somebody else who doesn't care. And it's like I've said to people, if I do a shoot, I don't charge. You can just buy me lunch or dinner or a shot at a con. I don't care.
Mhm. Yeah. I completely understand that. And like I said again, like it's your choice. But as far as the actual dynamic, as far as like if you claim to be a cosplayer that wants to promote like everyone, or you call yourself a professional cosplayer for all types, you don't just like at least let it be known in at least through your description.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's one of the things I have an issue with. We're cosplay photographers. You can tell they have that sort of mindset about them, which I had an experience with this with a few cosplay photographers on a few occasions where they've actually been like, you can tell they kind of have that mindset, but they don't say anything about it in like their business deals or their description or like when they talk to you. And then maybe 2 weeks or a month before you're supposed to do your shoot, they cancel on you. And it's like, why? And then when they tell you why, it's like, it's not really what I'm looking for. And it's like, just tell me from the get go so we don't have this issue,
Mm-hmm.
because that's one of the reasons why I'm very reluctant to find cosplay photographers, and I'm very reluctant when people ask me for like recommendations or stuff about cosplay photographers. I'm like, make sure you don't pay. If you pay a 10%, or either have it where you're paying up front, because I've seen more and more on different forums that cosplay photographers, it's a trend that they will like tell you that they're going to do this shoot for you, and then the day of, or the few weeks before, they decide to not even like talk to you, or they'll be like, oh, I'm canceling because I don't feel like you're this set quota. And it's like, just tell me from the get go, be honest about
They
it if
don't. They
that's what
don't
you.
want to do that because they want to try to prettify and just be tactful. Because sometimes being honest, it'll blow up in their face.
I
Like you
mean,
can't tell a cosplayer, oh, I don't want to take pictures of you because you ugly. Do you know how that? You know how it's gonna sound when that person
well,
runs in.
obviously you have a different language. You don't be like, you ugly, I don't want to cosplay,
Yeah,
get a
but
picture of you in cosplay.
but some of these photographers out there, please.
Like, I feel like as far as like, if you're somebody's inquiring about you and you're like, well, you can even make up some sort of excuse as far as like, I'm overbooked,
Mm-hmm.
or I'm not sure, or you could even do one of those rain check things. Like that's what I do sometimes with my commissions. If it's something I'm not really comfortable with drawing, or I feel like I won't be as skilled enough to draw, I'll be like, let me take a rain check. I'm kind of full my plate. Let me check a rain check with you, and if they get back to me or I get back to them, you can weasel your way out if you feel like that's
See,
what you need to do.
I don't know. I don't think you should weasel your way out if someone wants to commission you for an art style that you're not comfortable with. I think you should let them know.
No,
But
I'm not talking about like an art style. I'm talking about like if you feel like you're not really, you can really create that
mm-hmm.
piece the way they want it. Like for example, they have a really specific order, and you feel like you might not be able to do that. Instead of like leading them on and saying, "Okay, I'll do this," and then you know in your heart that you can't do it, just tell them up front. Or either just give like you do it in a professional way is what I'm saying. You don't have to say you ugly, I ain't taking a picture of you. Just be like, I don't think you really fit what I need, but you can even recommend different different photographers who you know
Mm-hmm.
to give them some business. Like make it like sort of like a, I'm not really interested, but I know someone who will for a cheaper price or something like that. Kind of
Right.
like make it flip it around.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I got a couple of side stories. Like one thing is, a lot of photographers don't want to take pictures of plus size cosplayers, and I'm like, I understand why they won't because it's not what they're looking for. Me personally, I don't care. I'll do a shoot with a plus size cosplayer. Sometimes I find the plus size cosplayers do rock the cosplays better, but that's just my personal bias. But as for what you were saying,
Okay.
whoa,
My bad.
that dog know black people talking.
Asia, shut up.
Yo, Mocha Bunny, what's good, girl?
Or you got the photographers that only do like, only do black cosplayers, white cosplayers, all that good jazz.
Mm-hmm. But
And it's like you limit to yourself.
but now to touch upon what Kay was saying earlier about commissions and so let me tell you a quick story. I don't know if this cosplayer actually went ahead with this. If she did, she's stupid. What happened was, yo, what's wrong with that background noise?
It's fine.
All right. But she
Don't
was
let
a,
them win.
hmm?
Right, because in the wind.
She flying.
Delta Airlines sounded.
My bad. It's hot.
Yeah, I feel you. I feel you.
It's cool.
But this cosplayer, and we've probably discussed her a couple times in the after hours chat. But now if she went ahead and did this, she's stupid, and even I got a problem with it. Now, she was talking about taking Sailor Moon commissions. Fine, that's cool. She was talking about charging up to anywhere between $900 and $1,000 for these uniforms because she wanted to make sure she had enough. If she was making it and she fucked up at the cost of the price she was charging, she'd have enough money to cover labor. I mean, for the cover for labor and fabric to fix whatever she fucked up. And I'm just like, that's just grimy. That's like me saying if somebody wants a computer and I charge them $3 grand when I know it'll only take me about 1,200 to make. And I'm like, why is it $3 grand? Oh, just in case the parts I get I put together, and for your special stuff that you want, it don't work
Oh my god.
right. It burns out. There's enough money there to cover that. Nah, I charge you the 1,200, and if whatever part don't work or burns out, I have to eat that in order to continue making it. That's how it's supposed to be.
So the dog's part of the podcast now?
Now,
She said, "Let me leave and I'll come back." She said, "I want to talk too."
mm-hmm.
So you got people who don't know how commissions work. Like, you guys saw what my friend had to deal with when he made those tracer guns, where the person, tried to say, "Hey, I want you to make tracer for less than 300." And came on, my friend does hot quality work, but the guy was like, he didn't realize how much work goes into cosplay,
Yeah.
so he tried to back out, but yeah, a poor way of doing it. So my friend just like, oh, great, now I have to sell these guns that I made for this person.
Mm.
You guys saw the guns, they're high quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
So that's our thing too. Some people really, just now you got a lot of new people coming to the cosplay scene now, learning, but they don't want to take the proper steps to learn how to get popular in cosplay or how to do cosplay commissions or paying for commissions.
Yeah, but what's interesting is that a lot of what's out there that they need to learn is basic common sense or something that's easily picked up. If you want to get popular in cosplay, you gotta hustle. I mean, I know there are
And
some.
plan ahead.
Yep. I know there are some people, I mean, they will just. It seems like with females, to get popular, it's got to be nothing but TNA. Now, with the guys, it's like they got to look muscular or have some epic armor skills, Because There are cosplayers who've been doing this for years, at least 10 plus years. They don't get that much recognition as opposed to somebody who's been doing this for like 3 to 4 years, and they're just balls out to the wind.
Yeah, because now people kind of stay in their own little cliques,
Mm-hmm.
or like you said, that they follow the stereotypical standards,
True that.
which
Yeah,
kind of BS.
yeah, it's really bullshitty.
Yeah. And
Like, yeah, you got a few exceptions, like people like Bond who just do where they want and they get popular for it. But then
mm-hmm.
it's like at the same time, you still got people who like try to do accurate costumes or whatnot, be true to the characters they cosplay, but don't want to get no recognition.
You see now,
And it's usually and usually it's like something like, oh, the character they did is not that popular or more obscure, or they did a less common scene version of a certain character. Like, for example, good we Harley Quinn cosplay, but they did the classic version instead of the new 52 or Suicide Squad version, which is more popular.
yeah, but to get back to the whole, with the photographers, they get popular by by doing a lot of shit. The hard, I guess, the simplest way to become popular as a cosplay photographer is do a lot of shoots. Edit them, post them on your site. People will like the quality. I look at a lot of cosplayers' photos and I'm just like, I'm not paying attention to how sexy they're looking. I'm just more focused on the light, how the shot looks, the technical aspects. But now also, if you want to pretty much get into cosplay photography like the fast way, you hustle on those famous cosplayers. If you can talk to them and tell them you want to do a shoot with them, and you get them up, that's sort of like the easiest way in. Because people, cosplayers will see that they shot with their idols, and like, I want to shoot with that person too.
Yeah, I feel that.
But again, like I said, I don't see myself doing that. That's not something I want to do. I'd rather somebody see and respect my work for with the people I work with, as opposed to the people that worked with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see exactly what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And it's one of those slippery slope things. Like, if you say something about it, it kind of sounds like you're dictating what
Yeah.
people should do. But if you don't say anything about it, it kind of just grows and grows. And when it does get out of hand, it's like, well, I told you so. Like, it's one of those things that it's case by case basis, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's like, you know what, the people know what they're doing. They're not oblivious. It's not always innocent. It's usually a thing that you kind of have to.
What was that? What happened there?
No, I'm still on. I was
Okay.
like, I'm trying to think of what to say.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of, you have to kind of be aware.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not just 100% speak up if you feel like something is just like cringe.
That makes the most amount of sense.
It's just like, then you get creeps in the photography community.
Yeah.
Just kind of ruin it. Or it makes it. And my other pet peeve I have, which is the same thing with cosplayers, is when cosplay photographers they act entitled. They act like the world owns them. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not saying.
Eugene.
Yes, Eugene, exactly. Like, we might as well say it. Everybody hates him. Whatever. It's
No,
like,
if we dropping names after you tell that story, I got a story for y'all.
yeah, it's like, okay, but it's like Eugene Manning, or whatever his cosplay photography thing is called now. But Manning Photography, I think it's called.
Yeah, EMCP.
Yeah, EMCP. Yeah, he every other status he has is some entitlement issue that he has. Like, cosplay photographers are the gut or whatever of the cosplay community, which in a way is right. I'm not gonna deny that. But it's like they're these underdogs that nobody understands, and they're so underappreciated. Meanwhile, making statuses demanding that cosplayers wear makeup because are ugly unless it is. I'm like, how do you get business with that? Like, it's like, some people cannot wear makeup because they
Mm-hmm.
have maybe a skin condition or simply because there are makeup that just doesn't agree with them. He's like, it's just simple. Get a makeup photographer, get a makeup artist or something. It's like people can't afford makeup artists. This isn't an interview talk show on Oprah or on The View. This
And,
is just dressing up as your favorite character how you want to, and you want to get some pictures because you're proud of it. Like
and
telling somebody
some
to
characters don't require makeup.
Yeah, some characters don't require makeup. There's some people who can cosplay characters that don't require makeup. For example, you don't have to wear makeup to just like Ed from Cowboy Bebop. There are so many female cosplayers I see. They don't put on any makeup to cosplay Ed. They just go as is, and they just put on the red wig and the tank, the white shirt, and the sports pants.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need makeup for that.
See,
And if you,
like the photo shoot that I did with my friend that did the Soldier 76, she didn't. I don't think she had any makeup on. I wasn't paying attention, but she went back and because of the blemishes and stuff, she went back and fixed it up in Photoshop. And I'm like, you can all do that. I don't mess with you do that, and I was cool with that. So a lot of times there's post processing that has to be done. You got to work with it like that. But now if we're gonna drop names, I got a story for you. You probably never heard of this guy, and if you have, avoid him at all costs. I knew this motherfucker for years, and I didn't realize how fucked in the head he was until like, the last few years I stopped talking to him. His name is Gerardo Flores. Now, we were friends, and he came. I don't remember how we met, but he came to me on my job. I don't remember how he knew where I worked to thank me, for talking to him. I guess I'm like, whatever, and we went out to dinner, whatever. I'm like, fuck. He's taking me to a Japanese steakhouse. That's free fucking food. I'm gonna eat. You can look at that as more than two guys going up to dinner, but I look at that's a free fucking meal. Fuck that. So we would talk, and he started to get in more into photography. Now he tells me this story how he has a beef with Yaya Han because he did a photo shoot with her, and one of the pictures that he took, she was using on her cards and stuff, and he was getting pissed off because she wasn't getting residuals and shit. I'm just like, you know what? I can't help you with that. But he fell into the category of the creeper photographer. There is a story where he did a photo shoot with a transgendered male. I think it was transgender male. Now, as from what I was told from a friend, because he told her, they did this shoot, and then after the shoot, while they was just chilling out, he goes in to kiss him, and I'm just like, you don't do that shit. You don't do a photo shoot with a cosplayer saying, well, I'm doing all these pictures for you. I got the sexy camera on this. Now it's your turn for you to suck my dick. No, it don't fly like that.
what?
It's one thing where you're doing the shoot and there's a mutual attraction and y'all just keep hanging out afterwards and it leads into something. Yeah, that's cool. That's fine. But to use your camera as a way to bang chicks, nah. Don't be a Eugene. Don't be a Eugene. But anywho, over time I've come to find out that Gerardo was being like this to a lot of girls. And I'm just like, Jesus fuck. And he would come to me with issues in his life and at conventions. And I didn't realize it at first why he was coming to me, but I figured it out, and I'll be the first to say it. Yes, for years going to cons, I had a rep. I don't know how it happened, but it did. So when I go to conventions, I am a lot more aware of my surroundings. I'm much more aware of what I say and what I do, because I don't want to get pinged as that person, even though I'm already guilty of that in the eyes of a lot of people, and they can kiss my black ass for all I care. So, and it took me a while to figure this out, and then here was the straw that broke the camel's back. After Katsucon one year, he comes over. I invite him over for some reason, I don't know. And I asked him if he wanted to take a look at my photos. Yeah. And I'm showing him the pictures. Now, this is the first time I have shot with a DSLR. He goes in and critiques them like I've been doing, like telling me how bad my pictures are. I'm just like, the fuck is wrong with you? Whatever, done. Eventually, I tell him to leave. It's bad enough, motherfucker rolls up in my house and takes his sneakers off, which I don't mind. I'm in the type of house. My house is where if you want to make yourself at home, take your sneakers off. Motherfucker had no goddamn socks on. I'm just like, what is that? Oh my god. So, a couple of weeks later, he asks me to borrow my camera. Now, I was going to say yes and hand him my old camera, but I knew he was talking about my DSLR. I didn't even have it like 2 months. He says he wanted to borrow it because he promised this cosplay he was going to do a photo shoot with her. And I was like, sorry, dude, can't borrow it. 3 days later, he blocks me from Facebook. I'm like, you know what? I'm done with your shit. Come to find out, he was running his mouth about me, and I called him the fuck out on my Facebook. And that caused an issue with a bunch of other cosplayers that he was tight with who stopped talking to me. And there's this one other photographer, I cannot remember his name, but he's a thirsty motherfucker. And he comes up, this is when my Facebook was public, and he comes up trying to defend. I'm like, nah, motherfucker, no. So, from that point on, I don't talk to him. I keep hearing of how he's fucking up. He's trying to bang these cosplayers, this and that. But he thinks that for the years he's been doing cosplay photography, he is better than every single photographer out there. You can go to his Facebook page, and I guarantee you, anybody with a point and click has better photos than him.
Are we dropping names? Or?
I already did. His name is Gerardo Flores.
Gerardo Flores. What is his
It should be GJF Photography. And and trust me, his watermark is huge as fuck. I'm just like, motherfucker.
He looks like a. Never mind.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
I found him.
Oh, okay. I hope the guy in his wait, the guy in the picture isn't him, is it?
Show me a link, and I'll tell you. If it probably is him. That Mondu
It
looking
looks like
motherfucker.
it could be. Let me link it to you.
That Mondu looking motherfucker.
I just linked it. Discord.
Yeah, I see it. Yeah, that's him. Yeah, that's him. That's that Mondu looking motherfucker.
He looks like a Malaysian fuckboy.
No. He's not a Malaysian fuckboy. He's a Ecuadorian fuckboy.
I love how the first set of photos is literally just Deadpool grabbing the ass of this Jubilee cosplay. I like that goth cosplay though. Yeah, I'm just like, can we have more than that? I love how he changed her skin.
I like that he made his watermark a lot smaller.
First of all, these photos are very unprofessional. Why is it on the richest top 10 list blurred photo? Because there ain't enough room on the video screen. That's here. This is not professional. That's a big watermark. See, I don't want to sit here and tell photographers how to do their shit. Everybody has their own style. It's very amateur looking. This I would not do. If I'm going to post photos, what I am going to do, I'm going to post 5 or 10 of my best ones and put them on Facebook, and then put a link to my personal website where you can see the rest. He only got like one photo. Yeah. I mean, one like on his photos. Yo, who's typing? Not me. Probably someone on mobile. Oh, okay. But he's only got like 1 to 3 likes on these photos. Like, I thought he was supposed to be hot shit. Like, well, I mean, for somebody who's been doing this for 10 years, just saying. I mean, look at these pictures. I say for every one good photo, 3 or 4 are just pure shit. You could do better, bruh. See, one of my friends, he's a cosplayer. He gets on he gets on these rants about these cosplay photographers and their entitlement. Like, I see what he be saying. Like, you could literally just like do a photo with your high resolution phone, and
So,
they look better than these.
well, that's because on a high resolution phone, there's additional software that enhance the processing of it. That software processing that's on those phones, you usually will find in your Photoshop, your side tools, your Lightroom, or whatever you use to edit photos with. Now I'm gonna close this page out because looking at his face just gets on my last nerves. No, fuck
You
that.
like me with what's the name? Thought Shop and
Do not get me started on that shit. I have already had to like hide like 3 posts because a friend of mine mentioned her, and I'm like, I don't want to see this ugly Mondu bitch with the faded burnt weave on my Facebook. I mean, fuck.
oh my god.
My computer is built to do multimedia editing, video editing, audio editing, play some games in 1080p. Not to look at somebody who bought a $3 weave from the shop around the corner because she was too fucking lazy to go to the good shop to get the good weave. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord. 29,000. Why? On what?
Mm.
That's
But
not cute.
see, like I said, he thinks his photography is the shit. I can take one of his pictures, and I can pull out pictures from other photographers, and the quality is just beyond.
Mhm.
Maybe because he's using a Sony, I don't know. But my boy D Style's got a Sony, and his photos are coming out a lot better than what I saw there.
Mhm. I'm saying, it looks so much better.
Yeah. See, and this is the fucked up aspect of it. As a photographer, you can either do hall photography always. You can do hall photography and photo shoots, strictly photo shoots, and then from that point, who are you going to take pictures of? Are you going to take pictures of everybody you see, pictures of people of stuff that you like, or are you just going to be thirsty as fucking go after the well-known cosplayers? To kind of push your portfolio out there.
Oh Lord. I can't.
Well, that's how it is, but I think we've kind of beaten that into a pulp. Pretty much what we're saying is that cosplay photographers can be picky. Sometimes it can't be helped. It's that level of pickiness that you may have a problem with. The best you could do is just say, you know what, I'm just going to go to somebody else who's going to appreciate the work that I'm going to do. And maybe, like I said, maybe I'm getting too old in my age or long in the tooth, but I'm not really into the sexy cosplays as I thought I would be. Even though some cosplayers cosplay my various waifus and they over sexualize, it doesn't. I just don't blink because I'm just like, oh, that's nice. But
That's nice.
because I'm like, because maybe because I'm just unfazed by it. Let the next person drool all over it.
Mhm.
Maybe because I know people who do adult stuff and do these other things, and I'm like, okay, cool, I get it.
Mhm.
Tell you this, I wouldn't message a person and be like, oh my god, that cosplay is hot as fuck. I wanna. Nah, that shit's classless as God knows what. But
What do you think about people that walk by and sneak photos?
Oh yeah.
nah, don't do that sneak photo shit. I mean, it's one thing if it's your friends, because if I see my friends at a con, I'll act like I'm sneaking up on them, take 2 pictures, and sneak away. They see me doing it as funny. But if it's somebody I don't know, I ain't gonna do that shit. Now, I understand. Now, we might as well say it. Momokun, she got upset that people were sneaking photos. This this happens. I'm just gonna say to you, Momokun, homegirl, sister, padre, mi amigo, Ibo, home slice. Well, don't take my last slice of pizza now. Chill. The reason why people were sniping shots of you because people, when you post photos of yourself, they're already post-processed Photoshop pictures, and there are people out there who don't like it when you do that. when they expect you to post pictures of yourself and selfies, they want to see the real you. They don't want to see the photoshopped you. That's why people snipe those pictures of you, and that's how it's going to be. That's life.
Claim harassment, but she touched a guy's butt.
Depending on the jurisdiction and where it is, it can be considered a form of harassment. It just depends, you know.
But still, this is Momokun talking about the person who does double standards on everything.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, I'll say this. I mean, I understand why people hate on Momokun. I give the benefit of a doubt because the popularity and the famousness got to her head. It's like she's got all of this, she doesn't know what to do with it, or she's figured out a way to use it, and it is what it is. Maybe she'll fall from grace. I don't know. Time will tell.
I mean, I'm pretty much done with her. Like, after she faked us a I'm so sad video with ads on it,
Mm-hmm.
no. That's some, what's his name? The Viner turned YouTuber, the clickbaiter. Oh, I almost had his name. I'll remember it, but it's that clickbait. Oh, I got big so fast. I can't handle this, and people are hating on me for the choices I decided to make. Like, my thing is the controversy she gets into is stuff that doesn't even have to be a thing. Like, that's how popular she's got. You could literally just post an everyday selfie for maybe like every day for 10 days, just
Mm-hmm.
saying, "Oh, I'm just chilling, this is the outfit I'm wearing." And people would still love her. Like, she's at that level that fast. But she literally does what you see lowbrow cosplayers doing to get famous. Faking controversy, doing things that even your fans, your loyal fan base, who literally believe you can do no wrong, say, "Hold on, Momo, you might want to calm down. You might want to stop what you're doing because that's kind of cringy." And then says, "Oh no, I'm not gonna do it." Does it anyway, and then acts like she's the victim when she gets criticism. Mind you, even I said this on her video about it. I said, people who are giving you death threats and just hating on you because of what you look like, despite that being a whole hypocrisy in and of itself, saying because you have some thunder thighs or whatever you try to embrace, saying that you're ugly because of that when you clearly have followers who believe that you aren't. That's wrong, but it's like, you can block them. There's a block feature on your page for a reason. And
Mm-hmm.
apparently you do, because apparently you like to tell people's girlfriends who their boyfriends are doing and stuff like that. But that's for another
Wow.
day. But that's for another day. I'm just like, you can't be doing this like lowbrow, common or petty stuff and then not expect to get criticism for it. That's my only thing, Momokun. She just needs to chill, enjoy her fame. She ain't gotta address the normies. She ain't gotta do that lowbrow stuff either. She's literally at that point where she could literally just be like, stand there and she has a fortress ready to defend her. Like, she making it so hard. And I used to like Momokun, like, what, 2014? I shared that post she did about her being used to be the really skinny girl and then how she got bigger and people made fun of her and stuff like that. And how she posted that, I think it was in Samus, when she did her first Samus cosplay.
Mm-hmm.
It was that long post about her being empowered and stuff. I shared that
You,
because I felt like,
you want to know something? I didn't even know that was Momokun Cosplay, and I saw that. I was like, yo, that was kind of hot.
mm-hmm,
And it takes a lot for someone for me to say some shit like that. I'm just saying.
mm-hmm. And she was really good looking. I didn't realize who she was at the time, that she was Momokun.
Mm-hmm.
But I was like, she's
Cosplay.
nice. And I saw some of her other cosplays, and I was like, this is some good cosplay she has. And then as the years went on, she got bigger. She got as in bigger, as in like actual like subscribers, not as in size. She got followers, more followers. She got lazy with her cosplays. Her wigs didn't look on point. And then it became every selfie of her out of cosplay and in was tit shot. There was no face. It was like, look at my new makeup, and where's the makeup? Like, really?
See, see, when you mentioned about the Crocodile Tears video, I had to go digging because on my other podcast, Anime Jam Session, we talked about something that happened like this at Momocon 2 years ago. Actually,
You talking about that Luna?
yes, I went to
Yeah,
go pull the article because she did the same thing. She talked
she
about
did the.
how what happened to her and harassment, but she went and monetized the videos on YouTube. And
Mm-hmm.
I was like, wow.
And
Now,
there
now
were
the
several accounts going against what she said.
and it doesn't
Because
help. Yeah, and it doesn't help the fact that now those videos have been pulled. But you know,
oh no, they're still up.
no, the videos were pulled.
I just was on her video like the other day.
I'm telling.
I'll look back,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
you're probably right.
yeah,
But
let me tell you, if you find them, link them to me because I will gladly update my blog post on that.
alrighty, because I was looking through like cosplay videos for makeup, and she happened to be in my recommended tab of her Momocon thing. And I
Mm-hmm.
was like, oh, I remember this shit show. There should be more dislikes on this because she straight up lied, and people believed her for what when it was, but then it was too late when they realized she lied. It was like, oh, okay. Momocon rant. I think it's Momocon rant or something.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like really. Let's see. Momocon on. Oh, it might be down. It's Luna Lane, I think, right?
Yeah.
But it's like that's my only thing. It's the manipulative crap that goes along with the cosplay famous lifestyle, and like she's doing. I understand because the cosplayers before her, like Jessica Nigri, Yaya Han, all those other cosplayers were really big, and they got big in the early 2000s. Like, I understand what they were doing, they could get away with doing. If they were doing something underhanded, which there have been several accounts to prove that they've done underhanded stuff, they could
Mm-hmm.
get away with it because of the times. There wasn't internet like that, screenshots weren't forever, people didn't really believe what was said on 4chan at the time because it was 4chan. There were things you could get away with, those cosplayers could get away with. Momokun's trying to do the same thing, and it's not chill. Like people have screenshots. Life, whatever you put up there is forever, and it's always gonna be used against you. So, like for example, if I were to get big, people look back at this podcast. This could be used against me. Like you know, everything you do online is gonna be used against you, and you can't be with
Exactly.
that. You can't lie. You can't pretend that I didn't do this when the evidence is right there. You just look dumb, and people will fall out with you. And she's still getting flack for that Kana thing, that looting Kana controversy. And
Yeah.
it's like, she's like, oh, it has nothing to do. She responded to me when I commented on it. She didn't respond to my comment, but she responded to a sub comment I did on someone else who was explaining what the point of the video was.
Mm.
And she was saying that this had nothing to do with looting Kana. And I'm like, but this is literally the last controversy that happened to you. And it was literally not even like 2 months ago when it happened. Like, this is definitely about that because that's where a lot of the hate got. A lot of the hate came because what you did, it wasn't even the fact that she looted Kana, it was the fact that she. Oh wow, Billy D interviewed her.
Bad pill. She said she's not gonna do the bad pill and did it anyway.
Exactly. That's one of the things I kind of get irritated about. It's like really big YouTubers, like male one. I don't want to sound like a feminist, but really big male YouTubers.
Mm-hmm.
Um, they get really, really. They only share like I noticed. Love Philly D, love him to death, but it's like all he does is when he interviews cosplayers, it's always the hypersexualized ones, like Mary Sue, um, who else? Who's in here? Oh, Muffin Man.
He's here. You
Oh
know,
yeah.
I get that because when I do cosplay interviews, I don't. I look for somebody I can interview that's gonna catch everybody's eye. And I kind of look at the cosplay. I'm like, let's see if I can find a popular cosplayer or popular cosplay, that people can enjoy. That's what I generally do. Or if my friends see me, they ask me to interview them. I'm like, yeah, sure, hop on over.
Hmm. Yeah, and I completely. It's like, go ahead, but it's like all of the cosplayers can't. Like, there's plenty of. If you look at the list of cosplayers, female ones particularly, which I know it's a problem with male cosplayers too, but if you look at particularly female cosplays, the top 10 female cosplays are the top female cosplays on like a website. Almost all of them, except for maybe two or three, if you're lucky, three, cosplays are always hypersexualized,
Mm-hmm.
and they're always those. And it's not even the cosplays don't even really make sense. They're either the generic cosplay or they're just like, okay, you're a pinup model. Like it sounds. I know it sounds kind of like slut shamey and kind of like ooh sex and things like that. But it's like, can we get some exposure and variety? For a while, Cosplay Magazine was like, it was disgusting. It was like, really, you just kind of using it for sex pinup. This is Sports Illustrated for like nerds. And I feel like we could just shift the attention a little bit to like add some more cosplay variety to the pot. Nobody's saying get rid of the sexy cosplay because obviously it's here to stay. Nothing wrong with it, but it's like I don't feel like people don't give enough spotlight to cosplay that's really worked hard on, and you don't have to use sexiness to get in. Like, give those people a chance. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
she does not have this video. She took it down.
Yep.
She has some hefty revenue on that thing though.
Yep.
You know. Did she get rid of her YouTube channel? Oh no, it's right here. Okay. Alright, let's see. Wait, did she make a new one? Oh, she made a new one. Okay. Yeah, because her official Twitter is linked to this. Okay, so she deleted her YouTube. Interesting. Or at least I'm not looking at the right one. Yeah, no, she deleted it. It's like tits, clickbait. Or the market.
We're about done for tonight for this episode.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we kind of beat this into the ground.
Yeah, very.
Right. Well,
Hello. You guys hear me?
God damn it, man! You always show up when we about to leave. So, man,
Yeah, I know.
see,
Oh,
see, see. I
I
think
just be creeping.
I think the only way we can get my man here early on time if we make an announcement in the Discord chat that fried chicken will be served during the first 10 minutes of the show.
Oh Lord, I'll call off work for that. Yeah,
Doing the Popeyes.
I'm gonna get off. I'm gonna get off early next Monday so I can get up on here.
Lord.
I was listening a little bit. What were y'all talking about today?
Pretty much how cosplay photographers are very picky and choosy on who they take pictures of. How some of the photos that a lot of cosplay photographers take are very sexually charged per se.
Yeah, they just want to see some titties.
And how some cosplay photographers tend to use their cameras to get laid. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean that's a smart move, but it ain't the best way to go about it.
Mm.
Like, hey, I'm gonna take a picture of your swimsuit. Don't mind my penis.
Yeah,
I can understand. I can understand how to do it. Like, if I was a photographer, I would definitely do it. Not in a. Oh, that's kind of sound mean.
See, it's like I said, if you were doing a photo shoot with a cosplayer, and let's say afterwards y'all hang out, go out to eat, just chill, and something,
Yeah, if you do it the right way.
yeah,
Yeah,
if
you do it
something
the right
comes
way.
out of that, yeah. But you're not there doing the shoot like, hold on, I'm gonna adjust the lens a little bit, and I'm gonna whip my dick out.
Yeah, like,
This
all
ain't
right, now I like you surprised.
a. Mm-hmm.
Snap, snap.
Mm-mm-mm.
This photographer's weird. Let's talk about this this Momokun bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome. Mm-hmm.
What's going on with this woman?
I can barely hear you.
Hell going on with this woman?
Well, we were talking about the video that she posted earlier and how some people on her Facebook page called her out for for it. You know.
Yo, I got beef when you do some personal shit for your fans, but you got ads on it. Yeah, that's fake. You took the time to edit that video, fam. That's fake. You don't get muffins for that, bro.
Mm.
No,
I'm
I don't
saying.
understand that. Like, I partially feel bad for her because she damn near believes her own hype.
Mm-hmm.
And but who humming in the background? Somebody's mic too low for me to hear.
Who's what?
I can barely hear you.
We can hear you pretty well, so.
Yeah.
Oh, lit. Wait, who's that? Is that my walkway? Is that my walkway? Hold on. But like, she got ads. Like, I don't get down with that. Why is she crying?
She crying because people getting on her, and she can't take it. She feel like, oh,
She's on my damn nerves.
well, you're not.
Mm.
She upset. Some people don't like her. Nigga, so what? You want to fuck?
Well, she feels
Crying.
like her explanation, which isn't even clear in the video. Like, you can tell her video is just, it's jumbled. She's like, oh, I'm rambling because I have so many thoughts going on. It's like, no, it's simple. You do and say stupid shit. People get mad at you for it. And then you get sad and you get scared that you're going to be put out there or people going to find your little dirty laundry or whatever. She feels like she got played the victim because confronting it like I don't care doesn't seem to work because more and more people are seeing past her little persona. She got her little big. She's like that dude at VidCon that was this weekend. He's an Instagram model, and he thought he could tell people off and try to act like he was entitled because he has 20,000 Instagram followers. Oh, you're so famous. And he built up so fast, he thought he could be whatever he wanted to be and say whatever he wanted, and now he's trying to get the backlash off.
I mean, if you got that many likes and all of that, I can't hold against you to be arrogant as fuck. I can't hold that against you because evidently you're doing something where you're getting all this popularity. But I just feel you just gotta be a little bit more humble.
Well, I mean, she's not even like. Wait, let me look. Oh Lord, I have to type this thing in. Oh, it burns me to do it.
You'll be all right.
Oh. Okay, she got a decent following. She's got a little over 164,000. Friends who like Momokun. That would be the first thing. Oh yay, she's gonna rogue cosplay in a. What is this wig? What are these wigs? Oh.
Forehead.
How are you making thousands of dollars on Patreon with these wigs?
Well, I can tell you right now, one of her biggest issues, like just people like her. When I say people like her, I mean anybody who's some kind of Instagram or Facebook famous. Like, it's not even that fame gets to your head. When she gets to the point where, okay, she got thousands of followers, right? She can pay a whole bunch of money. At this point, you deserve to be a little snobbish. You can say certain things you want because you're getting paid. It's you anyway. Now, once you start doing it, ain't no going back. You can't backtrack. It's a straight road. Ain't no turning around on this. You say some dumb shit, somebody gonna call you out for it. You have to address it.
Yeah.
You can't just skate over it. That's what she does. That's what kind of pisses me off a little bit. Like, I can't even say me. Any of us. Or K. You're an artist. And you're a dope fucking artist. And you make art about whatever the fuck you want to make art about. And you'll say whatever the fuck you want to say, right? Now, there's there's been no time that I can recall that you've backtracked on any of that.
Nope.
Like maybe I should stop making cosplay about Naraku and whoever else. You've never done that before.
Oh hell no.
Or maybe I shouldn't say such and such. You've never done that before. Or at least that's best of my knowledge. I've never heard anything like that from you. Momokun, she does shit like that. Like you'll say something about, or you're from the whole thing about being what was it about her size?
About
She's
her
a
being
body
size.
sensitive or something like
Yeah,
that.
she's body positive.
Mm-hmm.
But like you know, you doing Photoshop and shit like that. Now immediately, because to me personally, I don't too much it took me a minute to understand why somebody would be offended by that. Like, wow, you're doing body positive stuff. You should be super comfortable. Why are you using Photoshop? You don't need to impress nobody because you're body positive. So why are you doing it? You got, you know, you think of if there's like a kid or whatever that looks up to her, and, you know, they start seeing the gifts you putting out, they're gonna start believing it. Like that type of shit. I'm not cool with that. Like I've been doing martial arts for 10 years. I ain't never told nobody I was a black belt in anything because I'm not a black belt in anything. I've trained a whole bunch of stuff. I've trained with a whole. For once, have I told anybody I was a master at anything? Why would I perpetrate that? It's not true.
Exactly.
Now, I've helped train people and stuff. Like, I'll teach you basic punches, basic kicks, some stuff that I know. But I'm not finna be like, all right, we finna do this backflip kick. I never tell nobody to do nothing I can't do. So if Momokun was so serious about being body positive, why don't you do stuff without Photoshop? To let other people be comfortable doing stuff without Photoshop. You feel me?
And even
Like
if
that.
she wanted to do Photoshop, she ain't gotta act like, oh wow, no, this is taboo. I don't want to talk about it. She could just be like, cosplayers use Photoshop all the time to make their cosplays look complete. If you can afford it, you can do it. Like she goes back and forth with this hypocrisy stuff to try and create this image. When the stuff that she gets called out for is that simplistic stuff that literally could be squashed with just one word to back up with. Like with the whole Kana thing, the looting Kana or whatever, there are people who gonna be mad regardless of what she did. All she had to do was either she was gonna loot Kana and get over it, or she was gonna not loot her and people whatever, they move on. But then she says she's not gonna loot it, then she does it, and then she pretends like, oh, I didn't loot her. The photographer took a photo of me without my permission. Now you're trying to get somebody else in trouble because you want to lie. And it's like, just go with your gut. If you did it anyway, you said, well, I thought about it and I was like, you know what, it's my cosplay.
Hold up. Sorry about that.
It got extra lit out of nowhere. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, I forgot to mute that bottom track. My bad.
But it's like, you basically go in and you're just doing this acrobatics, this mental gymnastics with people. And people don't got time for that. That's why people don't watch reality TV no more. Nobody has time for that.
I'm going to use that.
Like, nobody got time for that. That is some Kardashian level mess, and you're supposed to be better than that. Like, that's the freedom of the internet fame. You can literally still be a normal person. You don't have to put up on.
She's going from the whole internet fame is kind of the thing. You're going from being realistic to being a personality. Like, okay, my brother, Michael Johnson. You know, I guess he's some kind of Facebook famous now. He's supposed to be a Ninja Warrior tonight. He got T-shirts printed out. He does. I got him into doing cosplay. So he shouts me out when he does shit like that. I know him on a personal level, so I could never mistake him doing anything. You feel me? Like, that's something he does or says that I'd be like, he doesn't really do shit like that. Everything he's doing, he legit does. Like, he wakes up, he goes to the gym, he goes to the Ninja Warrior obstacle courses. I know. I've sparred with him plenty of times when we both did martial arts together. Both did boxing, both did kickboxing and stuff. That's my brother. Momokun she went from. It's a point where you go from having fun to being fake. You feel me?
Mm-hmm.
Like pocket stuff that I did. Anybody who ever talked to me about it, I never watch my own damn videos. I just don't. It ain't like it's a superstitious thing. I never fucking think about it. You know? So, when somebody like talks to me about it, that's real humbling for me. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Somebody knows who I am. And then like I forget about it like 5 minutes later. Because I think about like, I don't know, I'm about to watch My Hero Academy. I don't know. I'm about to do something else. I
Shit,
don't think about it that
I
often.
gotta catch it with Saturday's episode. I love that anime.
Oh, for it. I'm gonna go rewatch it when I get to the house.
Yeah.
Like, but this chick, it's like she plans to be fake ahead of time. Okay, I'm gonna drop this video. I know people are talking about me such and such, so I'm gonna drop this video. I'm gonna cry a little bit. I'm gonna, try to hit some emotions out there because it's gonna grasp a reaction out of somebody. And the moment you get a bad reaction, so everybody's gonna swarm on that person, and it's gonna, you know, inadvertently prove your innocence. It's something like that. And I feel like she's a smart girl, and she does dumb shit like that. And I don't understand. There's a thing when it comes to having some kind of fame, I guess. You attract jealousy, and I guess she's trying to act like everybody's jealous of her. When they're really not. You're just a piece of shit person.
Yeah, like if you see anything about Momokun as far as any discussion threads about her, most of the time it's linked to her personality.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they have nothing to do with her work. Yeah.
And sometimes people go in on her about the wigs. Like, you can't be making thousands of dollars with these wigs. Like, I can't look past that.
Like, for real, you do the most, bruh. Like, one thing she does that pisses me off about any body positive woman that she does cosplay and such and such. You don't she do like what you say like soft porn or whatever the fuck she does. She takes like lewd pictures like that.
Yeah.
I don't get down with that, bro. That's Kardashian shit. Your fame come off your lewdness. Every woman ain't like that. But because you doing it, you making people think that most cosplay women are like that. That's not cool.
Yeah, and it's like even with that, because I hate that type of cosplay. But I'm not about to knock somebody for it. If you're making money off of it, that's cool. But when it gets to the point that you can't even provide your reward tiers for folks who pay this money, which is their fault too, who pay this money to see your lewdness, but you over here talking about, oh, I get hate, I'm this and that, don't nobody like me, and it's like, no, it's how you are. Like this Kardashian level stuff where you create fake controversy over stuff that don't need to be created. Like,
exactly.
yeah. And she thinks she can do what, like, Nigiri and Nigri and Yaya would do, like, back in the day, where they would do some underhanded stuff, they could get away with it, and then it's that. But then, this is the era of screenshots, video, everything's out there, so you can see all that. And you can't get away with it. So she can't be shot when people come at her. Like, she's like Zoe Burger. Like, I really see her. She is really just like cosplay Zoe Burgers. She does not.
Oh, fuck. I really don't understand.
Like, she's just cosplay Zoe Burger. She thinks she's smart. She thinks creating controversy is going to enhance her career. It keeps her talking, getting people to talk about her. And it's like, no, it's not doing it. It's not doing it. It's making you hate it more, and you're going to be lower on the scale. And then people don't forget about you. They're going to throw you away. And you don't have your little followers, the men who want back to you.
Hold on one second. There's something wrong with my mic.
Eat fresh.
Hello?
Hello?
I don't know what it is right now.
The fuck?
It's interference. He got a...
Like, I can hear Adam perfectly, but I can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Say something else?
I can barely hear you. You're kind of going in and out.
Hold on, hold
Okay.
on. Okay, I'm back.
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, just to wrap that up, I was just
Yes.
like, she's Zoe Berger. Cosplay Zoe Berger. She thinks she's smart with what she's doing. It's not enough for her to be making the money what she's doing. She got to add that controversy so everybody's name is in her mouth. And now she's trying to play the victim, and it's not working. People ain't down with it.
That was crazy. It's insane that she gets paid as much as she does.
She gonna fall, but the question is they gonna catch her?
Mm-hmm. All we can do is just sit back and watch.
All right, Marta.
Another bust her ass.
Shit. Even the MTA ain't that loud. I mean, fuck.
Marta in this podcast. This podcast sponsored by Marta. Disclaimer: it is not really sponsored by Marta.
See, MTA be like, next stop, so-and-so street. Please stand clear of the closing doors. Ding, ding. And you just go.
Oh Lord.
This is gonna be hilarious. I'm gonna do a segment about like fake anime personalities.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Alright.
inadvertently talk about her.
He's like, I'm gonna bring it up.
Well, while you plan that, Sister K, I think you should take us out because it's about that time.
Mm-hmm. All right, where my bungalows at?
All right, hold on. I didn't even think to have them ready, you know. Hold on.
Stay woke, fam. Oh my God.
I'm sorry. Don't hotep me, massa. Don't hotep me. Please.
You got that thing. You got me feeling like when white people be saying, I like plantations down home.
Please don't hotep me. I'll be good. I'll speak good now.
I stay woke.
All day, every day. There you go.
This concludes our 21st, yes, legal age to drink podcast of the Black Cosplayers podcast. Now remember, fam, if it ain't woke or broke, don't fix it. Don't fix it.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone.
But anywho, if you like the show, tell your peeps. You can find us at Black Cosplayers Podcast at Outlook.com. Again, that is Black Cosplayers Podcast at Outlook.com. Stay woke. Don't hotep it out. We're going to get up on out of here. We done?
We done.
Alright, get the fuck up on out of this shit.